Hey guys, OGalbina here, bringing you guys our PAC Week 3 battle against the Mississippi Morpicos and their coach, as it loads for me, Scoots. Definitely go check out my opponent in the description below as well as all the other coaches. I'm going to do a quick little team builder just to break down what we're bringing while we're bringing it. Nothing super in-depth like our other leagues where we have like cool slides and we go in-depth in the EVs. I'm just going to show you what I'm bringing. I'm going to pop up the matchup on the screen right about now. And yeah, we'll kind of just jump into it. So our team, if you did forget, consists of Mew, Weavile, Gengar, Thunderstherian, Seismitoad, Serena, Licky Licky, Clefairy, Kling Kling, Cubfu, and Trapinch. While our opponent's team consists of Therian, Urshifu Rapid Strike, Rotom Heat, Aromatisse, Registeel, Zoroark, Acelgor, Dredagon, Behem, Ivysaur, and Onix. Very powerful F tier Pokemon. Ivysaur, absolute menace to me. I don't know if I talk about this in the actual battle, but Ivysaur and me have a bit of history. Shouts out to Mr. John Jr. He brought in a low tier APA season one season, he brought like a Sun Ivysaur team and absolutely smashed me with it, and it was very embarrassing. So hopefully that doesn't happen again. But like as for like actual threats versus my team, Landorus plus Urshifu is very hard for me to deal with. Rotom Heat is always very annoying because I can always just toss off Toxics and, you know, will down my Toad and then kind of just smash the rest of my team. Zoroark is actually pretty scary offensively too, but I think I have a pretty nice speed advantage in this game, and I think the combination of Gengar, as you see on your screen, and Weavile should be able to push through my opponent's team pretty easily. So that's going to be the main game plan, and yeah, let's go and jump into it. So first, we have Choice Specs Gengar, rocking out with Cursed Body, Shadow Ball, Sludge Wave, Focus Blast, and Trick. Again, absolutely decimates my opponent's team. Their Ghost Resist is Zoroark, and they do not have a Ghost Immunity, and you need to draft a Ghost Immunity if you're playing in Generation 8 drafting. There's no such thing as Pursuit anymore, so there's no Pursuit trapping this Gengar after it claims a kill. It comes in and out as it pleases, and it kills Shadow Ball in this game. There's nothing that doesn't get to it KO pretty much, besides like a Spadef Registeel, and that doesn't have reliable recovery outside of Rest, and I can potentially trick that as well, and I just have plenty of ways around it, so I'm not super worried about that thing in the slightest. And yeah, that means just Specs Gengar kind of just claims one if we position it correctly. Next up, we have Weavile, rocking out with the Life Orb, Pressure as its ability, Icicle Crash, Ice Shard, Knockoff, and Low Kick. Another Pokemon absolutely rips. Crash plus Knockoff is pretty insane. I'm Crash over Triple Axle because I do expect potentially like a Rotom Heat, like a Rocky Helmet Rotom Heat, a Rocky Helmet Registeel, something like that to try and punish my Weavile. Maybe even a Rocky Helmet Dredagon is like a, you know, suicide off kind of thing if it's like a lead. And I just figured Icicle Crash kind of claims the KOs I needed to. Most of the rest of the time I'm going to be spamming Knockoff. Knockoff is pretty unresisted against this team outside of things like Aromatisse, which don't appreciate it, Zoroark, which is not a Dark Resist, and Urshifu, which does not appreciate losing its item in the slightest. It doesn't appreciate taking Life Orb Icicle Crashes either. It'll slowly actually put itself into low kick range if it's not Choice Scarf, which is absolutely amazing for us. Rotom Heat is probably a Pokemon that can take Icicle Crashes very well as well, but Knockoff does upwards of 70% to it, depending on its spread and things like that, which is absolutely amazing. And yeah, this dual breaker tandem core is going to be absolutely insane for my opponent to try and deal with, in my opinion. Next up, we got Thundy T, rocking off the leftovers. Volt Absorb is its ability. Thunderbolt, Substitute, Toxic, and Protect. Yes, a little bit of a scummy set. It's absolutely amazing in this matchup, though. Landorus is a great stop to Thundy offensively, and this is a great way of stopping it. Now, we do have to be careful with like a Scarf Urshifu, clicking Surging Strikes while we're behind a sub, because it'll obviously break through, but we should be able to live it if we're behind a sub and we're healthy enough, so that's something to keep in mind. We can't Protect on it either, which is another thing we have to keep in mind. We can't Protect on the Urshifu because of its ability. There's another Pokemon that's great at potentially stopping Rotom Heat. We can sub down on its Toxics. After it overheats, it can potentially not break our sub on the second one, and Thunderbolt obviously doesn't do anything because we have Volt Absorb. We can wear down Aromatisse, we can hit Registeel really hard with Thunderbolts. It's just a general annoying Pokemon. Honestly, the only Pokemon that really stops this set in particular is going to be, again, that Scarf Urshifu, and then an Ivysaur. Other than that, it's absolutely amazing this game, and I think it's going to be really, really solid and really annoying for my opponent to deal with if we position it correctly. Next up, we got Mew, rocking out with the Colbur Berry, Synchronize its ability, Psyshock, Aura Sphere, Calm Mind, and Soft Boiled. Phenomenal win con in this game. My opponent's Dark type is a Zoroark, and we hit the Registeel with Aura Sphere as well. And then we have Psyshock and Soft Boiled, just to kind of beat the rest of the team. Provided we don't get Toxic, this Pokemon just wins the game. Maybe I should have gone Lumberry. I was thinking about potentially going Lum, but I really like the Colbur for that Zoroark, because it's actually a pretty big threat to our team overall, especially because our Fairy is Clefairy, and we're not bringing Clefairy, so I wanted to be able to be sure I had something for that. With the Zoroark, we're just going to have to be very cognizant of HP numbers and rocks and how much damage each thing has on it, so we know what potentially could be the Zoroark if it doesn't come in early game and things like that. And we'll always be able to chew a hit from it, and then a +1 we always knock it out with an Aura Sphere, which is absolutely amazing. And we kind of just cleave through the rest of the team. It's a great endgame win if we get a little bit of chip on things and avoid that status. Next up, we have Big Seismitoad, rock with Water Absorb. As its ability, Leftovers item, Scald, Earth Power, Stealth Power, Toxic. Very generic Seismitoad. We're physically offensive. We check things like Urshifu. We check Landorus. We check Registeel. We check Druddigon. We check a lot of stuff on this team. All of his physical offense. And we just check Rotom by existing. Rotom can't really do anything to us other than Toxic. Yeah, that's of course annoying, but not something I really felt I could deal with in this game. I didn't really feel I could fit too many Cleric options on this team. And then lastly, with Serena, rocking out the Rocky Helmet, Queenly Majesty, its ability, Power Whip, Triple Axle, U-Turn, and Synthesis. It was very close to trying to fit Aromatherapy onto the set for both Mew and our Seismitoad, but I really just didn't think I could fit it. I figured I needed all of my moves. I wanted Axle for things like Landorus plus Druddigon, because Landorus can be absolutely terrifying. This is a great Urshifu check as well. It basically ensures that this thing is never flicking Triple Axle versus me. Triple Axle, sorry. Surging Strikes versus me, which is awesome. I can grab momentum on the Registeel and the Rotom with U-Turn. I synth up and stay pretty healthy versus everything, and yeah, it's just a nice, good physically defensive pivot for Landorus, and we can punish U-Turns with our Rocky Helmet as well, and we're not to get KO'd by that thing ever, which is also awesome. And I don't want to be set up fodder for it potentially if it's like a really fat Landorus, so that's why we have Axle over like an Aromatherapy or a Low Kick or something of that sort. So yeah, that's basically going to be the team. I'll be right back at the battle. Alrighty guys, here we are with the battle. We are connected with our opponent. Let's go ahead and jump into it, see what he elected to bring, all that fun stuff. So we have Urshifu, Rapid Strike. We have a Landorus, Therian, a Rotom Heat. We also have a Zoroark. And Zoroark's gonna be very, very annoying for our team. I don't deal with Zoroark very well at all. We're going to go with, there's a Registeel, and there's an Ivysaur, and that's actually awful because I'm sub-Toxic Thundurus, and that walls it. That's like worst case scenario. Will not lie. Specs Gengar looks very free. It claims to KO every single time it comes in. My Mew is also pretty decent in this matchup. What do I want to lead though? What's my like best lead against potentially like I really think that the Zoroark disguised as like a Rotom could be a very solid lead to catch my Toad and like Grass Knot it to the ends of the earth. I think I'm gonna go Toad, and I'll scout for that Zoroark, at least initially. I think that's fine. Because another thing I can do is I can go... Yeah, I think I have to. Dang, this is tough. That Zoroark is going to be an absolute nuisance in me trying to not lose this game. We'll see, though. We'll see. But yeah, good luck having to my opponent. Hopefully we can snag a W here. My Serena isn't awful either here. We're pretty offensive, but we're... What do you call it? I don't know how to say that. This is an Urshifu. And my play always is to scout for this thing being disguised as well. I'm going to go Serena. Yeah, they can U-turn. Whatever, I get Helmet Chip. And I'll actually be able to calc the damage and tell what it is. We're going to go Urshifu. Rapid Strike. With a U-turn. It's going to U-turn. 174 to 88. I don't know if Rocky Helmet will break the Zoroark's disguise. 144 to 88. Now, if Rotom comes out, I'm going to go Toad, because Toad allows me to, what do you call it? Toad allows me to, not get my Thundurus Toxic, which is nice. So we have 174 minus 88, which means it did. 86 damage. That looks like it's just jolly. Okay. We're gonna see Ivysaur come out here. That's interesting. At level 50 with like an uninvested Sludge Bomb. How much do you do? You're not actually to it KOing me. If you're physically defensive, which is like what you could be, I guess. Bold. I actually have a chance later to just, yeah, even physically defensive takes so much from Triple Axle. I'm gonna U-turn. Because it actually should put it in range. And yeah, and it covers like a weird double scouting for it. Yeah, and if this is like Helmet, that's probably another play that he could do. Because I think he's gonna be Helmet for my Weavile. Clicking Triple Axle. I actually don't even think I have Triple Axles. Let's go ahead and U-turn. It's actually not Helmet, so it's just like a weird scout play. Which is also fine, I think. I think I'm going to take this as an opportunity to get in my Toad and get in my Rocks. Rocks are going to be very important in this game. And yeah, hold on. So we have U-turn on Urshifu. We see that this is leftovers. We're Special Toad, so we're not like absolute fodder for a potential like Iron Defense Registeel. We can trade Rocks. I'm fine with that, honestly. I think Rocks are more detrimental to my opponent than they are for me. Rocks are very nice for me. And I can just off a very free Scald after this. Toxic. Fine. I really don't mind that at all. And then from here, I'm just going to throw off a Scald. So Reggie's going to gain back a little bit of HP. That's fine. And this thing not being Helmet is actually really, really nice for me. And we're just going to Scald so we can eventually put this thing in range of Specs Gengar. Oh, shit. I misclicked. I'm an idiot. I misclicked. Fuck, man. That actually might bone me. That's such a dumb thing to do, Owen. I just pressed my buttons really fast. Oops. Yikes. Okay, focus up, you idiot. Fuck, man. A free Scald Burn on this Ivysaur would have been awesome. Ugh, I hate it here. That's very annoying. I misclicked. Fuck. That looks so bad. So at least Ivysaur takes that Rocks chip. We switch out here, obviously. There's literally no reason to stay in. Ever. I might use this as an opportunity. Does Ivysaur get knockoff? It does get knockoff. That's actually very tough. My question is, do I risk hard Gengar? I think I do go hard Gengar. I'm gonna go hard Gengar, yeah. And we're just gonna throw off a Shadow Ball. Fuck, man. I knew it. That was such a dumb play. First body? Okay. God, that was a dumb play. Okay, we are not playing very well right now. We are not playing very well. Wow, I'm playing bad. Okay, it's whatever. I just need to chip this thing. If they give me damage on this Ivysaur, awesome. If not, it's coming in and it's actually in range of a Triple Axle. So that's actually really good. That's really bad. Man, that's bad. Okay, their Ghost Resist is Zoroark. So, like, in theory, I should be able to claim a kill here. I know it's gonna knock off too. Like that's the dumb play that I made. We're not doing too hot right now. We're not playing too hot. I'll be the first to admit that. It's whatever. Again, trying to use this as a league to learn how to relax a little bit while we play. I think NCP Owen would have lost his mind at his misclick there and that bad knockoff play that I just made. But no. We're trying to curb it a little bit. That's going to be our goal with this league. We're going to be able to get off a big Shadow Ball and something. So even if we're not Specs, this is very nice. Now we have Gengar coming in. We are Focus Blast, so like, after Rocks, let's see. Registeel. So without our Specs, we're not doing that much. Wow. We're doing absolutely nothing to that thing, and it's not in range. So that's not good. I think I'm actually going to make the hard Thunders play. We're going to sub. I don't think you Toxic here. I think if anything, you Earthquake or Rocks up. Heavy Slam. Okay. Doesn't look like that breaks my sub either. So realistically, unless this thing is Heavy Slam, Toxic, Seismic Toss, I think that would be a weird break, but I don't think you let me get damage on this, but If anything, I think you try and toxic me as I try and set up in your face, you know? Because if I'm like double dance right here, don't you lose? So sub is always my play here. Ivysaur is fine. I can just Thunderbolt it a bunch of times. Yeah. Ivysaur is honestly fine. Simba is the Landorus. I'm going to sub. Landorus is going to take rocks. It's going to intimidate me. Whatever. We know that Registeel has Heavy Slam now as well. And his leftovers. We know this thing is Eviolite. We get our lefties back. If it's lefties, we'll get lefties before it. It is lefties. Okay, that means we're faster. Again, good information. And I'm just gonna Toxic here. Yeah, we're just gonna Toxic. Now, getting a Toxic off before this, like, you know, a hard Toxic would have been awesome, but I don't think I could make that play. So we are gonna land the Toxic, which is absolutely amazing. And I think our best endgame at this point is to set up for a Mew endgame. Mew can definitely win the game, like, on its own. So it's going to be knockoff as its way of hitting us. Also good to know. It looks like we can sub up on that Registeel as well. And then I'm going to protect once. I don't think they make the risky play of Roxing up here. I think they try and knock again. If not, oh well. You know, it happens. But we're going to protect. They basically know our whole moveset now. Rock Slide. So they also have Rock Slide. They've used 1 PP of each, which is good to know. And I think I'm going to use this opportunity to try and get in my Serena. Now, knockoff will 2-hit KO me. I don't think Serena's my play. I honestly think Toad is. I think Toad's my play. Yeah. Rock Slide. Okay. Because it could have potentially 2-hit KO'd Serena, and there's no reason. I'd rather keep it around as a way of hitting the, what do you call it? The thingy. With a helmet chip. You know, it's not pads. We're going to get our leftovers back as well. This is a little bit of a drawn-out scenario, but I think it's my best way of winning, you know? Now, this thing could be U-turn as well. It could also be... I feel like it's Rocks Earthquake, just like 3 attacks Rocks. Unless you're just no EQ Lando or no Rocks. And in that case, your Rocks Registeel or just not Rocks at all. So again, all of these scenarios are fine with me. He could get up his Rocks here, but then I claim a kill with Scald. And Scald also covers... Yeah, there's no U-turn, so I don't think he's U-turn. I think he's Rocks. Out comes this thing. I would love to burn it. Absolutely love to burn it. Cool. So we're going to be able to Scald this, and then we'll be able to save our Toad for later. Which is dope. And we didn't burn it, so, I mean, I can't really complain over that too much, though. So we know... All we know that the Ivysaur has is actually just, what do you call it? Sludge Bomb. Now right here, part of me actually wants to make the very aggressive Serena play. I don't expect a Sludge Bomb in the slightest. I think either Giga, Knock, Leech Seed, something like that comes out, and then I can try and synth up on this thing pivoting out into Registeel, trying to catch me triple axling. So we're going to go hard Serena. A little bit of an offensive switch. But, I think it's... Wow. Okay, I was wrong. What the fuck? That was an ass play. I don't... Why? Okay, whatever. Really? There's no way they expected that, right? Okay, whatever. Not too big of a deal. Not too big of a deal. We're just gonna go Weavile, and I'm gonna click Knockoff. Knockoff is very free, and I don't... I mean, if you give this to me, my Thundy actually has a great time in the endgame. You don't 2-hit KO me. I would love for them not to Sludge Bomb, though, and poison me, because then I'm in a pretty bad spot. I don't think you give this to me, though. I really don't. Yeah, we can knock off into low kick and blow the Registeel ass backwards, which is awesome. So I'll take that. We can still get up our rocks later if the Rotom wants to come into defog as well, which is, again, very nice. We have a very bad time with the Urshifu now, though. All Zo Steel, so that's going to be Registeel. Okay, it's going to take rocks. We're going to be able to knock it off. Bonk. Bonk him in the nose. I thought it was... Yeah, I was like, wait a minute. But yeah, then we're going to be able to low kick. And hopefully pick off the Registeel, which means no rocks unless the Landorus is rocks. And I don't think it is. I think it's... it probably is. It's probably EQ. Alright, he did. Sorry about that. And yeah, we're going to be able to knock out the Registeel. Cool. So, that's 1 KO. Not a 6-0, baby. And the only issue we are coming across at the moment is going to be Urshifu. Yeah, this thing's a fat problem now that we lost card. So, I mean, Serena. Oh, it's Karate, that's its name. I don't have good switch-ins at this point. I really do think a U-turn comes off, though. I don't think there's really another play. I think Surging Strikes would be a bad play. Because it's just free Toad. I think U-turn comes off here. Like, I really think U-turn comes off here. Going hard Gengar would be an awful play. Gengar's so good in this matchup. Going hard Mew is a bad play. That's my way of winning. Oh, I'm in a bad spot. I think I gotta go Toad. But then I'm in a bad spot versus the... Damn Rotom. Okay. We're gonna go hard into it. Let's see. Yeah, I think, like, it sucks because, like, I could call that U-turn play, go, like, Thundee or something like that. It gives me better offensive positioning, but whatever. This just forces in Ivysaur, I think. Either that or whatever Zoroark is disguised as. And that's fine with me, you know? I'll be able to tell via rocks damage, the Zoroark at this point. Simba, that's Zoroark. Yeah, see, it's Zoroark, it's at full. What do you call it, the Landorus is chipped. So... I'll take it, and obviously it doesn't get leftovers here, so that's a Zoroark. Only issue. What do I do from here? It's gonna Grass Knot. How much does Grass Knot do? Weavile. Zoroark with Grass Knot. Oh, well, 50. Grass Knot does not do a lot. I almost want to make the hard Weavile play. Hard Weavile. Okay. This is Zoroark, and I don't think it clicks Dark Pulse. I mean, even if it clicks Dark Pulse, I chew it still. I don't think it clicks Focus Blast. I think that would be a terrible play. It might Nasty Plot. Yeah, Grass Knot. Okay, cool. Did a lot, actually. So it's actually going to be Life Orb. Good to know. Good to know. And from here, can I not just knock off? Knock off actually kills after Life Orb chip, and I'm fine with making this trade, probably, I'd say. And I'd like to knock off the, yeah, I don't want to let the Rotom in for free. Letting in Rotom for free is no bueno, and, like, yeah, I think knockoff's my best play for sure. Hot Point, yeah, I don't want to let this thing in for free. Is it Boots? It is Boots, but now it is not Boots, and that's awesome. Awesome, that's for sure a 2-hit KO. We'll take it. Now I get to 2-hit KO with Knockoff. And Rotom being gone is very nice because my Seismic Toad is getting low, and if it's not Defog Landorus, that means my rocks are also up to stay. So we just knock off here. This thing can live a rock switch, I think, but there's no point because it just dies to everything. So yeah, we're able to knock out the Rotom. Very nice stuff. Weavile putting in the utmost, as it typically does. Now, it might be time to sack Weavile. It might just be that time. Won't lie to you. I think it's that time. Karate. Out it comes. I'll be able to scout and see if this thing's Scarf, I think. Which is also very nice. I think what I'm going to do is simply knock off. Yeah, because I could Ice Shard for last ditch chip, but I don't think that's my best play. If it U-turns, this gives me switch initiative, and I'm fine with that. It is Scarf. That's fine. It sucks because I might lose to it, but it's okay. I don't think Scarf to it kills my Mew. I don't think it does. I'm not super physically defensive though. Is the only scary thing. So I think I might have a chance. Urshifu Rapid Strike, Choice Scarf to my Mew. We know the Urshifu's Choice Scarf, so we might as well write that down. Scarf. Okay, Landers is gonna come in. It's gonna take rocks, which is awesome. I'll for sure take that. And then we're gonna go to Landers. There. Is this my time to go into Gengar? I'm not Specs anymore, so I have to make sure I count that in this chat. 50. Maxi, it doesn't even die right here. That's the only tough part. It doesn't die to Shadow Ball from here. Fuck, man. You suck, Gengar. I still think it's my best play, though. I don't think I really have another play, which sucks. Like, that really sucks. But I don't think I have a better play. I don't think I can risk anything else at this point in time. We're just gonna Shadow Ball into, you know, Toxic later on. Could definitely, you know, do the deed with this. So I'll take that. I'll take that. The only thing is I might just, like, raw lose to, Ivysaur. As per the joke goes. One time in APA Classic, like a year and a half ago, I was playing John before he was washed and retired, and he brought an Ivysaur Sun, like, you know, team. We were playing low tier that season, and he smashed me with Ivysaur because I didn't prep for it, and I didn't know it got Weather Ball at the time. And I got demolished by Ivysaur, and it's been a running joke in Goons ever since. Every year on the anniversary, John sends me, like, a really long message and, like, says, like, hey, nice. Oh, shit! Are you giving me this? This dies, right? For sure dies. Right? There's no way. Oh, we crit. I don't think you should have given that to me, though. Urshifu. The water one. Why did he go into that? I think he died, regardless. I think he died unless he was, like, very bulky. That thing does not have good Spadef. Wow. I'll take it. Wow. That's awesome. Holy shit. You scouting for Icy Wind, maybe? Oh, and then he goes into this. Yo. Okay, what's left? What does he have left? Okay, like, I know Shadow Ball doesn't kill, but what does he have left? He has Zoroark and Landorus. Okay. I just Sludge Wave here, right? He knocked off my item, too, so, like, I just get the Sludge Wave for free. Out comes a Sludge Wave. We don't kill it, which makes sense. It's gonna knock off, though. It's fine. Gengar is going to faint. And then I'm going to make the play into Mew. I'm just gonna Psyshock. I don't have another reason not to Psyshock, right? Yeah, Psyshock is always my play. Because I'm able to knock out this thing, not get toxic, not get poisoned, anything like that, and be in a good spot, right? I can Aura Sphere the Zoroark, because I'm Colbur, if he goes into that. So we're going to Psyshock. Is Mew going to knock out this thing? Okay, cool. Down goes Ivysaur. I didn't lose to Ivysaur. Might lose, but I didn't lose to Ivysaur. I didn't lose to Ivysaur, which is the main takeaway from this game. Okay. Out comes Landorus. Oh no, out comes Zoroark. I was like, wait a minute. This thing's lower and also poisoned. Okay, I'm gonna Aura Sphere. Because if I do this, then I should beat Landorus. It's poisoned, so I can, like, sub-protect. I have too many Pokemon. My Seismitoad's out of range because I'm physically defensive. I should be fine. So it's always my play to Aura Sphere here. He doesn't know my item. Dark Pulse, don't flinch me, you dick. Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it! Don't do it, don't do it. Actually, I could lose if he flinches me. Don't flinch me. Don't. Yes! Nice. Okay, we should win then. We should win. Fog Champ. Cool. I think it's just in my best interest to side shock the landers once. If it's defensive landers, it actually won't kill me. I'm faster. Landorus. That'd be in full. I think it's my best interest to side shock in case it's like SD 3 attacks leftovers. Earthquake actually shouldn't kill me anyways. From here, if it's offensive, it actually should. So it's in my best interest to side shock in case it's SD. And not play around with this thing. I've lost my item as well, which is nice. So I don't think knockoff will come either. 2-hit KO. Knockoff. Be able to chew this. Look at Mew. Cleaning it up. Landers gets no priority, so we don't have to worry about that. And we'll be able to win this game 3-0. I mean, even if it does, it just would hurt our diff, I suppose. Cool. So we're able to kind of skate by. Urshifu could have totally beat us in that endgame. I don't know why he went hard into it on Gengar. Because his landers actually live. Maybe, again, if he was scouting for Icy Moon, but even then, you knocked off my specs, so I can just click Shadow Ball after. So, awesome. I'll take it. GG's to my opponent. Definitely go check him out in the description below. Drop a like if you enjoyed the video, and sub if you're new, all that, you know, generic YouTuber garbage. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.